Hi, I'm Rogero from One Foot in the Door, and today we are looking at Bryan Cranston as Walter White in one of the most iconic scenes in the series Breaking Bad. Now, this was requested by Joy Tucker, so thank you very much, Joy. And so, a little bit of context and spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. As always, go watch it, it's amazing. So, Walter White is a high school teacher diagnosed with cancer who begins to make crystal meth, produce crystal meth, and then starts dealing it. Initially to support his family, but then we slowly start to see that he starts to enjoy it more and more and more, to the point that he becomes a criminal, he becomes a monster. So we are going to be looking at a scene in, I don't remember exactly which season this is, it's a bit further ahead, I think season 3 maybe. And let's just start watching, okay?
We go to the police.
No, I don't want to hear about the police.
I do not say that lightly. I know what it could do to this family, but if it's the only real choice we have, if it's either that or you getting shot when you open your front door,
don't want to hear about the police.
You're not some hardened criminal, Walt. You are in over your head. No. That's what we tell them. That's the truth.
No, it's not the truth.
Of course it is. A school teacher, cancer, desperate for money.
Okay, we're done here.
Roped into working for, unable to even quit. You told me that yourself, Walt. Jesus, what was I thinking?
So one of the things I love about this interpretation is his anger, how angry he is, and how much he's struggling to contain that anger. And this is a pivotal moment in their relationship all throughout the seasons, is when she finally sees him for the first time. She sees the man he has become for the first time. And look at both their acting, they're both brilliant here. Let's see what happens right now, like in the next few moments.
Walt, please. Let's both of us stop trying to justify this whole thing and admit you're in danger.
Who are you talking to right now?
One of the fantastic things I find in his delivery, the next few lines, is that if you just listen, he's actually very casual, almost. And that creates a jarring sensation between his intensity, what he's saying, and the fact that he's so used to being this new persona that he's actually casual about it. He will not be later on, but this first section, he's just very conversational.
Who is it you think you see? Do you know how much I make a year? I mean, even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Do you know what would happen if I suddenly decided to stop going into work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. Disappears. It ceases to exist without me. No, you clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in.
Great delivery of that first part of that monologue. It's so fast-paced, and you'll see how it then uses slightly slower moments, slightly more intense moments later on. And this again, it is so casual. It's clearly making a point, but it is such a casual feeling. It really sounds like he's coming up with these things right now, right in the moment, right? It does not in any way feel rehearsed. It's just something he's thinking.
I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
And I adore that last reaction he has. So first of all, notice that he sounds strong, but he's not screaming at the top of his lungs. He's in fact quite controlling his volume. He's not super quiet, but he's not shouting. He sounds fairly loud, but he's not overdoing it. Again, we get this feeling of controlled anger. But after that, after he's delivered that fantastic I'm the one who knocks at that moment, we actually see something else. We see maybe can be his conscience, can be just this rush of adrenaline for finally telling his wife who he is. There's something else that we see. And again, a lesser actor would have stayed in that same frame of mind of the threat, right? He doesn't. He shows us that he's not that emotionally stable in this new persona he is becoming. Let's watch that section again.
I am the one who knocks.
See that use of the blinking? The fact that he doesn't blink during the line, but then once he breaks eye contact slightly, he breathes a bit more heavily, and the flickering of the eyelids, it shows us so much of the fact that he's not as in control as he pretends to be. That saying these things to his wife is taking a toll on him, and all this pent-up anger is causing him some kind of psychological pain. Obviously we can discuss, it is open for interpretation, of course, but fantastic performance, extremely intense and extremely difficult. Again, lesser actors would have shouted the whole thing, would have overplayed it, or would have just missed that chance to show us something different right in that last reaction. Bryan Cranston is an absolute master, and he did that wonderfully. So thank you very much, Joey, for recommending this. And guys, if you have any other requests for other movies, TV series, or anything else you want me to talk about, please send them in the comments down below, and let me know in the comments what you think of this. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell to get notified when I post a new video. Thank you very much. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.